Monthly empties. You guys, I'm fully aware of how late this is, but I really need Florida to stop having hurricanes. Maybe if that can slow down a little bit, maybe I can keep up with this filming schedule. Because they all arrive like towards the end of the week. Have you noticed that? And the weekends is the only time I have to film. So I had to move some stuff around in my schedule just to be able to film this during the week, because I'm already so behind from being so many days without power and not being able to film throughout the weekend. So we have quite a few things here for the month of September. First up, we have the IGK Jet Lag Invisible Dry Shampoo Lightweight Cleanse Level. So this particular dry shampoo has like 3 different types. They have jet lag, they have like a green bottle, which I'm currently using now, and I'm not a big fan. So I've tried like all 3 levels. This one's actually my favorite. And although it says it's a lightweight cleanse, for some reason I just thought, you know, I have very oily hair that's not gonna really work for me. I need something that's a little bit more potent. But actually, I prefer it. I prefer it to the one right above this one, which is the green one. This is so much better. The lightweight formula, I feel like, first of all, spreads out a lot more when you spray it. So I feel like takes up a lot more surface area. So you use less product of it. It's also less visible, and it's easier to manipulate through the hair. The green one that I'm using now is much more dense, which makes it harder to really work through the hair. So I would say if you have, you know, oily hair like I do, I wash my hair every other day for reference. You're gonna love this. I would give this a try. I get mine at Ulta because you constantly get coupons if you're part of the Ulta rewards program, and these often go on sale. So one bottle, like for example, this is just like their regular size bottle. They also have them in smaller travel versions, but this one is 6.3 ounces and it lasts me quite a while. Next up, we have the Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray. So this, I actually have, I had bought the bottle and I just buy these and refill it. This is something that I'm never without in my skincare routine. If you are somebody who has like acne prone or eczema prone skin, this will do wonders for you. I use this on my face, I use it on my back. It's wonderful. It dries instantly, doesn't leave your face feeling sticky or with any kind of residue. Highly recommend. I usually buy these directly from the Tower 28 website because during Black Friday or when they run sales, because they're Tower 28, they'll give you 28% off, which is more than what you can get at Sephora, which is like for Rouge members, the most we get as a discount is 20% off, which by the way, the sale is coming up, starts November the 1st. Can you freaking believe that? I know, it's already upon us. It's already upon us. See, this is why I need to film, because I'm so behind and new things keep dropping every week. It's hard to keep up. Next up, we have the Necessaire the Body Wash, fragrance free. So this came as part of a set I bought during the Nordstrom anniversary sale last year. And although I love the Necessaire body wash, this is just as good as their scented version. I prefer the scented version. I like that extra like oomph in the air when I am taking a bath or a shower or whatnot. So this is good. It's like for those of you who literally want 0 fragrance in your body care, I highly recommend the Necessaire body wash. This is a clean body care brand for those of you who are wondering. I love it. This is I repurchase these time and time again. I usually wait for a sale because they're constantly on sale. They're not sale on Amazon, they're on sale at Sephora, on sale at Nordstrom, and even on their website, they constantly run sales. So I would just wait for one of those and try these, give it a go. But yes, I prefer the scented version. Just a personal preference. It has nothing to do with the actual quality of the body gel. I think it does a good job at cleansing your body without stripping it and leaving it dry. And I have an oily skin type, so this works wonders for me. So I really do love it. You guys have heard me talk about it time and time again, for those of you who've been following me for a while, but for those who are new, that's been probably one of my most repurchased products for like the past year. Next up, we have the Pacific Pear Balancing Body Lotion from Salt Air. This is their travel version. Their travel version is 3.0 fluid ounces, which makes it safe to go on planes and stuff like that. I know that there's like a liquid limit. These are metal bottles. This smells divine. This is obviously, true to its name, a very tropical scent. But I find that it's like a tropical fruity scent. Very nice. Again, another clean body care brand, and I find it to be a little bit more affordable than the Necessaire. So if this is out of your price range, I highly recommend Salt Air. They also run a lot of sales on their actual website. You can find them at Target, and Target will run sales here and there, but their sales are not better than the actual website. If you sign up for emails, or follow them on Instagram, you would be the first to know when they're doing sales. I'm talking about 40-50% off their stuff. So I usually buy, like when I want to try the new scents that they drop, I usually buy them in the small bottles in case I don't like it. But their body lotion is really good. I can attest to, like, they all do different things. Like for example, this one says that it's a balancing body lotion, and I'm reading this right straight off the bottle. It has prickly pear oil and our fermented superfruit blend of Kayakdu plum, I know I'm butchering that, baobab fruit, and avocado deliver luxurious hydration. Like honestly, all I can tell you is it's very hydrating and it's very good. Do I find that it balanced my skin at all? No, but I really like their scents, and it really does provide a nice amount of hydration. I'm sorry that I butchered all of those names. I don't even know why I do that anymore. I don't know why I sit here and try to pronounce things clearly that I didn't Google before doing this video. But I know you guys get a good laugh out of it every time. So next up, we have the Oleex number 6 Bond Smoother. This I actually love. It is a leave-in reparative styling cream. It reduces frizz, nourishes, and protects. I really love this. I think it does wonders for my curls without weighing it down. A little bit goes a long way. It really works well if you use heat styling tools as well. It will not get your hair crunchy and weird. Your hair actually does absorb this really nice. Less is more with this product. I find that if I use a little too much, it will quickly like weigh down your hair. And per the instructions, it does say to use a dime size. I use like a little bit more than a dime size because I have really long hair. So this is really good. And again, this is another repurchase product for me. And I always wait for them to go on sale because they're constantly 20 to 25% off. Sometimes I've even seen them 30% off at all retailers sold except for Sephora, like Ulta, Nordstrom. So I would keep an eye out for these. The next Empties I have is actually a sample. I got the Bage Volume shampoo and conditioner for fine hair. Bage is not a new brand to me. I have used them for years, and before I switched over to a cleaner shampoo, this is what I used to use, but not this particular one, because this is for fine hair. I used to use the one that was for oily scalp, and I used to buy them at Ulta by the big tubs when they were on sale and I had a coupon. So this is not new to me. I've been using this for years. Bage I find to be an amazing hair care brand. However, as the years went on, I found that there's like a particular ingredient in it that was actually making my scalp itchy. So I did have to start using cleaner hair shampoos with cleaner ingredients, and that seemed to solve the issue of like the itchy scalp. So I'm really looking forward to them, you know, continuing to reformulate their products to get cleaner ingredients. But this was actually very good. The scent is really nice, and although it said it was for fine hair, it did an amazing job at cutting through my oils of my hair and giving me a good cleanse. And these travel sizes were each 1.7 fluid ounces, which honestly lasted me 3 to 4 washes. So the conditioner way more than that, because I don't need that much conditioner. I really only apply conditioner to the tail of my hair because my hair is so oily. Next up, you guys are not gonna believe it, but this is actually part of my project pan for this year. This is the Guerlain Meteorites in Golden Land. These were limited edition, and it took me, I promise you, like a year and a half to like almost 2 years to use this entire thing. I mean, look at it. Look at it. This is not something I used as a setting powder because this one had burgundy pearls in it, and so for me I use this as a blush. I'm assuming that those of you with deeper skin tones that purchased this when it had launched were probably able to use it as some kind of like setting powder maybe, but I had to use it as a blush. Case in point, do you guys see the red powder in the vessel? Guys, it's completely gone. I used an entire Guerlain Meteorites. Do you know how proud I am of myself? Do you know the commitment and the dedication that it took to use all of this? A Meteorites. I mean, if you own the Meteorites, like if you know, you know. I know that right now you're probably floored. You're like, damn girl, I've had my Meteorites for like 6 years. I still haven't even gotten halfway through the bottle. Your girl did it. Your girl did it. I literally used this exclusively. I didn't even change it out for the seasons. I just kept using it until it was gone. I put things in Project Pan by date. Like if I've had them for too long, like it's time, you know. This says it had a 12-month shelf life. I've had this for way more than 12 months. It's fine. It never went bad, you know. Don't do the things that I do, okay? Like use your stuff. Don't use expired makeup, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now, don't use expired makeup. But I use expired makeup all the time and it's fine. That's just me. That's just what I do. And this was probably the most satisfying project pan of 2024. And it has that beautiful meteorite scent still in the cap. I will not be repurchasing any more meteorites because they recently reformulated this, and I heard the scent is absolutely obnoxious, like super strong. So I'm gonna wait until Guerlain like realizes the error in their ways and they get back to their original formula, and then we can talk. Now we can talk again. I will also not ever be repurchasing a refill lipstick until they also see the error in their ways, because I have their lipstick cases and the new ones don't fit the original lipstick cases. I digress. Glossier candle. This is the You scent. Probably, you know, this used to be, till recently, their only fragrance, and now they took out 2 additional fragrance, which by the way I have smelled, and I like the white one. The white one's really nice. The purple one, I feel like it smells like something very similar, something that like I literally like another perfume. I just haven't been able to put my finger on it, but once I do, I'll let you guys know. This fragrance, however, their You fragrance is, they just nailed it. They did such a good job. The vessels of these candles are amazing. This is a clean beauty brand. By the way, if you can hear my daughter in the background, you know, it's bath time and she loves bath time. So I'm sorry if you can hear her in the background. These vessels are amazing. I decant them and I'm gonna reuse them to house my makeup brushes. I have this one, I have a pink one and a green one. I love these candles. The throw on these candles are amazing. You don't get like the black smoke around the vessel. You know, you trim your wick as normal for that. The throw is amazing. The burn, it burns so evenly. It is just absolutely wonderful. It doesn't bother my pets. The smell is just, it lingers in the air so nicely, so beautifully, that you enter my house and you're like, wow, it smells nice, but you don't automatically think, oh, there's like an air freshener in the air, or there must be something like, it's not pungy like that. It's just beautiful. It's soft. It's elegant. It's there, but not there, you know, where you're kind of like, does my house naturally smell like this? No. It's the candle. So I'm gonna tell you right now, come Black Friday, I'm gonna be stocking up on the Gaultier candles. They recently took one out called Birthday Cake, because they recently, like, it's an like their birthday, so I haven't picked that one up, but I plan to pick that one up and add it to my collection. I think if you're looking for a really good clean candle brand, give Gaultier a try. Next up, I have a Henry Rose fragrance, Flora Carnivora. This is one of their travel sizes. This is a 10 milliliter or 0.33 fluid ounce. I love this. Let me just tell you, these travel sizes last quite a while because you don't need a lot of this fragrance. This lasts so well. I say this time and time again because I do get a lot of newcomers. If you're looking for a clean fragrance brand with clean ingredients, you're somebody who gets headaches easily and you're sensitive to most of the ingredients that are in fragrances, look no further than Henry Rose. This is so good. I have said this time again, I will put this right up against any Tom Ford fragrance. That's how long I feel like this lasts on my skin. The smells are really unique. I feel like this is one of those brands that has a very set DNA where you know, like, oh, that person is wearing Henry Rose. It doesn't smell, it's very unique. It doesn't smell like most things in the market, in my opinion. This is amazing. This is actually my mom's favorite fragrance, and I highly recommend this to anybody who has not tried this brand. I do have an affiliate link in the description box below, and I'm eternally grateful for all of you who continue to shop that affiliate link, because this brand doesn't go on sale. And so I know $10 off your order isn't a lot, but something is something, because they usually never ever go on sale. I'm hoping that during Black Friday they have a nice sale so you can go ahead and pick up some fragrances. Next up, we have a Bare Minerals Original Veil powder. Completely hit pan on this. Like, I can't even keep digging my brush into this because it's like ruining the bristles. These compacts come with like a puff on the bottom if you're into that, and I just love Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil. Is one of those underdog products that nobody talks about. I feel like they're not talked about enough on YouTube. They are such a good and consistent brand. They're one of those brands where they're never gonna fail you. And this is a repurchase product. I've been using them for over 10 years, and I just continue to purchase the same products from them, their foundation and their mineral veil. This mineral veil comes in a compact version or in a loose version. I'm really excited to see what they decide to launch for the holidays, because usually they'll usually give you like 2 of these for the price of 1 during their holiday sets, or they'll do like a jumbo size of their mineral veil for the holidays. And Ulta and QVC are usually the first to get it. Like QVC already has the jumbo set of their foundation for the holidays. So I'm really excited to see what they have in store for us. But this is a solid. If you're looking for a really good setting powder, I highly recommend the Bare Minerals one. Next up is another sample I used up. This is Youth to the People Polypeptide 121 Future Cream. It comes in this green jar. This was like a deluxe sample. This lasted quite some time. This was a nice moisturizer. I mean, it didn't wow me, but it was very nice. It was lightweight for my oily skin. It did not make me break out, but it wasn't like revolutionary, but it was a solid moisturizer. So if you're looking to try something new, I highly recommend this one. It did a really good job, and it worked really well with other skincare products, and it worked really well under makeup. Like, it didn't pill or anything like that. Next up, we have the Kosas eyebrow gel. This has a spoolie on one end, again another clean beauty brand, and then you would have the pencil on this side, and so that you can see the girth of that pencil. It's not as thin as the Merit one, but it's like slightly thicker, and it has a triangular shape. The color that I wear is medium brown. This thing lasted forever. I think this Kosas is such a good beauty brand. I feel like they're not talked about enough. And if you're looking for a good brow pencil, affordable, not gonna break the bank, highly recommend Kosas. I do also love their packaging. I find it to be really fun without being too loud. And it's very sturdy. So their package, I've dropped this like 1,000 times. It's a very, very, very sturdy. Highly recommend. This little pencil lasted forever. I think I probably used it for about 4 or 5 months, and the spoolie is solid. I have pretty thick brow hairs, and it did like a really good job at combing them through. So highly recommend the Kosas brow pencil. Next up, we have the YSL Mascara Volume Effect Flash Primer. Not a fan of this. Really, this was Project Pan for this year as well. I was not a fan of this product. I did not like the wand. I did not like the formula. It gave me spidery lashes. It clinged on, and I feel like it did not work well with any mascara, even its own YSL mascara it came with. Did not like this product at all. So this was definitely a no for me. However, I'm glad that I was able to pan it, because this was part of my Project Pan for this year. Next up, we have the Kiehl's Powerful Strength Line Reducing Concentrate that has 12.5% vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. Can I just tell you, I have never used a product that I have seen quicker results than this Kiehl's vitamin C serum. Holy cow. Okay, holy cow, is this potent. This was a 0.17 fluid ounce serum, and this lasted me like 2 to 3 months, okay, because it was so powerful. I couldn't use this every day. Reason being was it was starting to dry out the top part of my lip, which I kind of can't control because this is a serum, so I was using it in conjunction with a moisturizer. I have oily skin. Stuff's gonna move around my face, especially when I go to sleep, because I would really only wear this nighttime. So I would have to use this maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm not, like, my skin wasn't sensitive to the vitamin C, but areas that are sensitive, like, you're not supposed to put this on your lips, you know what I mean? Or like on your eyes. But this, oh my goodness, did this instantly take away any of my dark spots. It took away, it made my skin brighter, like visibly evened my skin, my whole skin tone as a whole. I mean, this is not a bestseller product for Kiehl's because I'm not like super familiar with the brand. I'm just like absolutely floored. I went ahead and I looked up how much a full bottle of this costs, and yeah, I pumped the brakes real quick. Yeah, it's pricey. It's pricey, but if you're looking for a really good vitamin C and you're a vitamin C junkie, this I feel is gonna be the best bang for your buck, because I've used a lot of vitamin C serums, and this is the one that I feel I've gotten the most results with the quickest. I find this to be better than the Drunk Elephant vitamin C. So there you have it. Next up, we have another project pan. This is Bite Beauty's liquid lipstick in Kava. This is a beautiful color. This brand no longer exists, sadly, which is why this is project pan. For me this year. It's a lovely lavender nude shade. You guys know I love me a good lavender nude. Really love this. I don't find this to be a liquid lipstick at all. This does not dry down. It does not set down. It remains creamy like this, and you're definitely going to get transfer. Not a lot, but you're going to get transfer. This is a good lip product. I actually had this in a lipstick version as well because Kava was my favorite shade from the brand. So I'm sad to have seen Bite Beauty go, but this was a good one, but they're no longer sold. So I'm so happy I was able to pan that this year. The other lip product I was able to pan, clearly I like my lavenders, is the Buxom Plumping Lip Cream in Wild Orchid. This, I get these at Ulta. This is basically a lavender lip gloss that I was pairing with Kava. It, as you can see, it's like the translucent version of Kava because I was mixing them together. I was actually putting this gloss on top. This is a true lavender gloss. It has pigments, so you can build it up or you can do like a wash of color if you prefer, but this is their plumping lip gloss, which means you're gonna have that peppermint feel. I don't find it irritating. It doesn't bother me at all, but I know there's people who are very sensitive to that. So Buxom lip glosses are lip glosses I've been purchasing for years and absolutely love to death, and I will continue to repurchase them year after year. But yes, that was another project pan for me this year. Next up, we have the Westman Atelier brow pencil. This is in the color Bark, and this has a spoolie on one end with no products. I feel like we all wish this had like some kind of brow gel at the end. And then you have this fairly thick, oh, I literally used the entire thing. But you have this fairly thick pencil. I used the color Bark. It was a good shade for me. I actually bought another one of these and I got the shade right under it because I think Bark may be a smidge too dark for me. So let's see how I do with the other shade. I really like this. This is like a waxy type of pencil. A little bit goes a long way because I find that this pencil is really thick. It's probably like twice the size as the Kosas one. So if you don't like a thick brow pencil, I can't recommend this one. I personally like it because I have very thick brow hairs, and this did a good job at kind of like putting it through. Because this is kind of like a dry waxy consistency, it did a good job at kind of not needing brow gel. You can just comb it through and it'll keep your brows together. However, I did find this product to dry out fairly quickly. So now I know that I purchased the other one and I have to start using it immediately, because although this says it has a 12-month shelf life, mine dried out after 6 months of use. So there you have it. Moving on to samples. The first one I want to talk about, because it's my favorite one and I cannot believe that nobody talks about this fragrance more. It's called Versace. It's Versace Pour Femme. It looks like this. You guys, this smells absolutely divine. Divine, okay? Like, once I pan some of my fragrances, I will be picking up a bottle of this. That is how good this smells. It is, to me, a very fresh floral. Oh my gosh, it's just, it smells so good, so good. Yeah, it's like that fresh floral kind of scent. I definitely feel like, even though it's a fresh floral, it's very appropriate to wear all year round. Like, it could take you through the seasons, you know, because as this dries down, it goes from fresh floral to like seductive floral, you know what I mean? It has a color story. It really does. Just absolutely delicious. Next up, we have a Prada Paradox. This is the intense version. I don't like the original or the intense version of this fragrance. I'm sorry for those of you who really like Prada Paradox, but I find this to be too strong. Even the original version. This is the intense sample. I find this to be really pungy, a little bit obnoxious. It's really not for me. So this was a struggle to finish this sample. Next up, we have the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. I know these are gonna be fighting words, but you guys, I know how well loved this fragrance is, and I know what kind of cult following Light Blue has from Dolce & Gabbana, but I can't stand this fragrance. I find it, because I don't like powdery fragrances, and to me, this is so heavy on the powder, so heavy on the powder. It makes my throat like scratchy. It just, I can't stand it. And I know it's such a unique fragrance, that it has such a unique DNA, that I know exactly when somebody's wearing it when they walk into the room. I'm like, oh, they're wearing Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Can't stand this. But if you love this, good for you. Sorry, it was not my cup of tea. Next up, we have the Jean Paul fragrance in La Belle. This was okay. It wasn't, you know, kind of smells like any other floral fragrance. It was all right. I wasn't wowed by it at all. So sorry, but I can't recommend this one. It just was not unique. That's all I can say. I wouldn't be able to pick this out in a crowd. Lastly, we have the Gucci perfume sample in A Chant for the Nymph. I can say that this is a very potent fragrance, and I'm not gonna be offensive, okay? Because I really don't mean this in an offensive way. But this to me smells like I've walked into a very old antique tea room, and doesn't smell bad. I actually like this scent, but it transports me to that kind of setting. I have childhood memories of you know, elderly people when I was a child. You know, they used to collect a lot of porcelain, a lot of china, a lot of embroidery, just beautiful homes. But when I would walk in, this is what it would smell like. And so this scent transports me to that time in my childhood. It's a very strong scent, so a little bit goes a long way. The longevity of this is unmatched. This will last all day. Even after you shower, you'll smell this. But it's a very comforting scent. So you guys know, maybe some of you may not know, but those of you who've been following me for a long time, my grandmother was one of my favorite people in the entire world. And when we lost her, it was a big hit to our family. She was very well loved. She was a very unique woman. And for those of you who have grandmothers that you love, you know, when you're in a room with your grandmother, that comforting feeling that you get being next to them, just being next to them. You don't have to be touching, you don't even have to be talking, just being in the same room with them, that kind of comfort that you feel. That's what I feel like. I feel like this scent reminds me of tea rooms with grandmas sitting around the table, chit-chatting over tea. That's the ambiance that this gives me. It smells amazing. It just transports me. That's what I think about. And at some point, my grandmother did have a fragrance that smelled like this, which is why this transports me back to my childhood. But I have to say, if you haven't tried these Gucci fragrances, this particular one, A Chant for the Nymph, it's actually really, really good. It smells really nice. Just know it is a mature fragrance. It is strong, so a little bit goes a long way, but it's absolutely wonderful. And that's it. That's all of my empties for the month of September. I am so happy I was able to finally film this and get this up to you guys. Thank you so much for your patience. We were out of power for several days. And filming was just not an option, even though my camera was charged, just because I want you to understand what happens when we kind of prep for a hurricane here. We bring in all of our furniture from outside, and we kind of, anything that can fly, we bring it out outside. Any kind of decor, any kind of chair, anything, it's brought inside. We also, stick things wherever we can find space for them. So naturally, my beauty room, which is the room right now that has the most space, that was the dumping ground for all of our outside furniture, and then some during the hurricane. So I had very limited access to my actual beauty products. Also, I was in such high stress levels, just prepping for the storm. We prep certain food that we know will last us in case we're without power for some time, but we also fill bathtubs with water in case the water is cut out. Some people ask, oh, why do you guys do that? It's so that you're able to flush the toilet, because when the water is cut, if you try to flush, nothing's gonna happen. So we use that water so we can still at least use the toilets, and we pour that extra water so that the toilet will naturally flush on its own. So there's a lot that happens. We were very fortunate. We sustained very minor damages to the home, but I do have roof damage, and I do have damage to our roof lanai in our porch. So we're currently filing a claim, trying to get that fixed, but we're still not out of hurricane season here. Hurricane season will run all the way to November. So we are just hoping and praying that we do not get any more hurricanes. We live in an area where we have very large oak trees, and it was really sad to see some of those oak trees be completely ripped off out of the ground due to the high winds. For those of you who don't know, Florida is not a state where we get a lot of tornadoes. Tornadoes will get during hurricanes, you know, for a couple of seconds, but we don't get tornadoes like Oklahoma or Kansas City. So with this hurricane, those were the kind of tornadoes we were getting. That's the magnitude of the tornadoes that were touching Florida, which we've never seen before. Case in point, we had one tornado that was actually the largest we've ever gotten, a mile wide, and it lasted for 45 minutes. I'm not gonna tell you how many towns it completely wrecked, but I just want you to know that pray for all the people who have sustained damages during these storms. It has been back to back. We've also never had a hurricane so close apart. We've had them literally 1 week apart, Helene and then Milton. And hurricane season isn't even over yet. So thank you so much, you guys, for your well wishes and your prayers. Thank you for your patience. That doesn't go unnoticed. I am fully aware we are in holiday season and everybody wants to know, what do you think, and comparison swatches, and I've been working on that as quickly as I can, but I just want you to know that your loyalty and your patience and your kind words go a long way, and they don't go unnoticed. I read every comment and I respond to all of you as quickly as I possibly can. I appreciate your time and thank you so much for watching. Bye.